Hey, it's Mr. Irish here with another battle gameplay. Today we find ourselves at a battle between the French Republic and the Austrian Empire. Leading the French forces today is the esteemed General Napoleon Bonaparte, and leading the Austrian Empire forces today is Heinrich von Bellegarde. The Austrians also have 3 units of reinforcements that will come in if any of their units retreat. And I do not have any reinforcements in this battle. This is for control of the city of Innsbruck, just northeast of Milan. It's kind of a central corridor between the Alps that separate kind of northern Europe or Central Europe between southern Europe. So I hope to capture Innsbruck, and I'm going to make it a French territory. I'm not going to liberate it or anything. I'm just going to, if I do capture it, I will make it my own territory. So today, I have a pretty good army. Napoleon was in command of a smaller army in Italy, but after some fierce battles between Austrian and Venetian forces in Italy, I combined the two armies, what were left of the two armies, I should say, and had Jean-Baptiste Jourdan lead those two armies when they were combined, which made about one good solid army. And I moved Napoleon up to a new army that I formed over a couple turns that were centered in Strasbourg and Alsace-Lorraine. And he is now head of that army. There's about 4 grenadier regiments, 2 battalions of regiments, legendary regiments, some light infantry. I believe I have 2 light infantry battalions. Here you can see my reserves. This is my reserves today, 4 grenadier battalions. That's really good reserves today. My plan for attack today isn't much. This was the only artillery I had set up prior to the battle starting. I'm just kind of waiting for them to attack. I moved these 2 artillery units and these 2 line infantry battalions started just over here, and they kind of moved up, so to prevent me getting flanked from any forces. So hopefully these will be able to counter any offensive if the Austrians make toward this area, and if they do, I will just advance these 2 line infantry units right about here in case they're needed. For cavalry today, I have a heavy cavalry squadron, one of my best cavalry units in the game so far, Cheval de Garde de Council. I have a small unit of dragoons, 42 horsemen. I have a full unit of hussars, and over here I have another full unit of dragoons. So yeah, I have 4 units of line infantry and about 6 units of grenadiers and some light infantry, and 3 units of artillery. Look at the Austrian forces now. They have about 4 or 5. They have about 4 or 5 armed citizenry units, but they have a couple grenadier battalions and they have a couple line infantry battalions. Those really big battalions that have about 225 men. They have 3 artillery units. I believe 2 of them are horse artillery, so they can travel fast, and they have cavalry. So a pretty even match here today. As you can see, the battle meter is pretty even. Let's see, they have some retreating units already. They have some lancers, uhlans, and some heavy cavalry already retreating. They kind of tried to charge and didn't work out with my grape shot of these 2 artillery units. I'm moving these chasseurs at the foot, chasseurs on foot, just over here, just to kind of be behind the main line of infantry and the artillery to have covering fire over any advancing Austrian forces. So we're just going to keep waiting until that happens. So far in the campaign, it's been a while since the last game. I believe not a year has passed, but yeah, I think a year actually has passed since the last battle. Not much has happened. There's been a lot of me kind of fighting small armies that have been going around. As you can see, advancing cavalry there. A lot of small armies that have been traveling around northern Italy that have been kind of like damaging colleges and supply posts, but none of the battles have been significant or actually like evenly matched. Usually I send my whole army and just defeat them, but the Swiss, they are my ally, and they've really helped me out for whatever reason. In northern Italy, they sent about 3/4 of an army down there and kicked out some Venetian forces, so the Swiss actually really helped me out. So I think I'm going to give them a state gift in a while, maybe like 2,000 coin. Prussia is completely out of the southern Netherlands, or the Low Countries. That's really just northeast of Paris. Remember, the Battle of Brussels kicked them out, and they still had some kind of underlying forces in that area, but they are totally out of there. They had no army in Clivesmark for a while, so I took Clivesmark and liberated them, and they are now the Kingdom of Westphalia. So they are I'm the protectorate of them, and they are my ally. As I said before, Napoleon left the army of Italy and is now command of Jean-Baptiste Jourdan, and the northern army that is now in Clivesmark area is, hold on, no, I hope that arms citizenry, that was a badly placed. I don't know why my artillery didn't attack them, so hopefully that won't go too bad. But the northern army that is in Clivesmark is commanded by Jean Serrière, and the army of Italy is Jean-Baptiste. And I'm forming a new army that's going to be in Strasbourg, Alsace-Lorraine, under the command of Jean-Baptiste Béziers. So that's what's going on now. Baden-Württemberg defeated a Prussian invasion, so I didn't have to help them at all. That was kind of nice. See a square there counting a cavalry attack. So they defeated a Prussian invasion, so that was very good for the Baden-Württemberg. Papal states declared war on me. Their capital city is Rome, so I border them, but they haven't attacked yet, so I'll probably attack them soon. I'm not sure what I'm going to do there, if I'm going to liberate them, or if I defeat them, liberate them, or take over, so I don't know. But Papal states did declare war on me. They were probably swayed by Austria, I assume. Nothing else much has happened. I've just been improving military stuff in France and the French interior. I don't know why I took them out of the square. I'm going to attack them with cavalry too, with these 42 horsemen. I believe my cavalry over here had to retreat, or my artillery I should say. Yeah, they did, so that was bad. Those were 8-pounders too, but I defeated that armored citizenry with these dragoons and formed these 2 units into squares. They've already lost a lot of men, almost 50 men. But luckily my reserves are still untouched, or basically untouched. It looks like the main battle is in my left wing. I kind of made an offensive with some armed citizenry. But I still have 2 artillery units that are working over here. That grape shot working good there. Yep, they're retreating now, so that's good. Let's see who's retreating. Yeah, I'm not surprised. They were attacked by 2 units of cavalry, so form this unit in a square. They're just going in the center of the square, see? So they were able to counter that cavalry attack. But other than that, that is basically all that's happened. There's going to be a lot of battles in this year, I can tell just by the way things are working out. 1797 is kind of an off year, but 1798 will bring a lot of battles. It's only March, I believe, for this Battle of Innsbruck. So far, my right side is looking very good. Nothing really harmed. But my left wing was really under attack by their offensive. See, it looks like they're charging here with some infantry. And I have a cavalry and an infantry unit. Innsbruck doesn't really serve any significant purpose economically wise. I'll probably be a tax office, but it does serve a good purpose militarily and tactically. It prevents Austrians coming through the Alps, or the eastern part of the Alps, and trying to like sneak by through the forest, because they have to go through Innsbruck, and it prevents anyone coming north through Bavaria to Italy. So it really protects. It really is a good part in protecting Italy. It plays an important role in protecting Italy. I'm having these cavalry over here attack. There's just 2. There's a regiment here and a grenadier battalion here. So hopefully these, the Cheval, my council horsemen, will be able to defeat them, hopefully. This looks like that infantry charge was defeated, but I did lose another line infantry battalion. Napoleon is unharmed at the moment. See if we can find Napoleon. Yep, there's the first council. So now I'm advancing the those 2 infantry units that were in the center. And now I'll probably start just doing normal shelling onto their center instead of grape shot. Because let's see, all that's over here is just a militia battalion. They're still strong, 180 men strong, but they're just a militia. Let's see, these dragoons should probably pretty soon attack this armed citizenry battalion. I lost 1 cavalry. I lost my artillery on the right, my right wing. You saw those 8-pounders had to retreat when they were attacked by armed citizenry. That was kind of reckless on my part, just to let them get attacked. See, they've lost about 50 men, and they've lost about 50 men as well. So, but they were able to hold strong, so that's good. Just attacking this militia with those dragoons as well. And my horsemen were able to defeat that battalion and artillery units. You can really see it. Wow, you can really see the carnage over here. Carnage of both horsemen and men. I mounted this artillery unit and advancing them probably onto this hill over here. I took 1 grenadier battalion from the reserves and brought them to join those 2 infantry units to strengthen them up, but I still have 3 grenadier battalions in reserves, so that's good. I advanced also the center that was hit hard, but they're going to kind of stay behind and let these 3 units of infantry lead the offensive, because they still have a pretty strong, let's see here, some armed citizenry, looks like they're kind of reorganizing, still have 1 unit of artillery, some 6-pounders, and they still have a bunch of line infantry, and well, they even have another artillery. They have some more 6-pounders, so they definitely still have a strong center force. I'm going to try to get these horsemen out of there once they attack, defeat those armed citizenry units. There's some light infantry chasseurs on foot. These artillery units unfortunately have to stay there. I don't know if they're going to serve a big purpose because, as you can see, there's kind of hills protecting them. So they can't move anywhere due to, what I should do is move them to those artillery units over here. But we'll be fine anyway, especially with these 6 artillery units. Or artillery cannons, I should say. As of right now, it's kind of nice and protected by this hill from any artillery, but once they get over the hill, they're going to start getting barraged by 6-pounders. It is raining, as you can see, so that improves the chance of misfires. So that's never good, but the Austrians have to face the same thing, so it's nothing to worry about. Eventually, when these units get about right here, I'm going to let them volley a few rounds, and then I'm going to advance this side to the right to hopefully flank them, especially since now I'm attacking these cavalry units. And they're retreating a little bit. Yeah, they're already retreating, so. The Austrians also had 2 units of Swiss grenadiers, so those were some powerful units to fend off against. I'm going to have just this cavalry just kind of walk over here so they don't lose much energy, but in case they're needed. There's some militia over here, and I'd hope they don't probably have this light infantry attack them. Hopefully they can get set, my artillery can get set pretty soon so they can just fire a few rounds of grape shot on that mass of enemy troops. I'm going to bring Napoleon over here just in a bit. I still have my reserves. They're basically unhurt, yeah, so that's good, as you can see. 3 battalions strong of grenadiers, so looking pretty good in this battle. I'm having them do an infantry charge. Well, both units had to retreat, but So I guess that was kind of weird. Hopefully these can get set pretty soon so I can hope they don't do any infantry attack or anything. So I still have, do I have all my horses remaining? I believe I do. No, those dragoons retreated. I didn't get them. I didn't get them out of there in time. I have some line infantry that gained their morale back over here. There, my artillery gets set. See, as you can see, it's a good spot to shoot grape shot. Forming this battalion of grenadiers into a square. There goes my 2 grenadier battalions that are going to kind of try to flank this side right from over here. There goes the square. Made just 2 squares in case.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must survive.
They're retreating already, that armed citizen unit. There's Napoleon. He's met up with the front part of the offensive. I'm moving up the reserves just about to this road in case they are needed. I'll move this light infantry battalion up to give covering fire. You can see those rounds of grape shot firing on that battalion. That 225 men strong battalion of line infantry, so that'll be good if they can retreat. That'll be a big hit to the Austrian forces. All the smoke over here coming from the volleys being fired by my main offensive. I'm giving my heavy cavalry to attack some of their retreating forces, really to wipe out this army so they don't have any remaining units. So they can't like retreat back into Austria and attack later again. You can see that round of grape shot really just wiped out a bunch of enemy troops. So they're retreating. Still have another unit of Deutsch line and infantry. I had my hussars attack that battalion of Deutsch line infantry. Looks like their center is falling, besides 2 battalions of Swiss grenadiers and another line infantry battalion of Deutsch infantry units. But they were receiving heavy volley fire from my main center. My reserve's still intact. My light infantry kind of filling in this gap in right here in between the artillery and infantry. I had to stop my artillery here for a second because I didn't want them to hit my hussars. But that's basically the battle. I'll just leave a cavalry attack here in a little bit to wipe out these remaining units. Wow, they lost over 100 men, that grenadier battalion. In that other line infantry that was 225 men strong lost over almost 150 men. There you can see my cavalry just kind of rushing in to wipe out the remaining forces. I'm probably going to halt my artillery here in a bit so they don't get any friendly fire. That right flank I had over here, I just moved it behind here because I just didn't want them to get overrun because they were kind of, they only have 70 men and 100 men, so I didn't want them to suffer any major losses. I'm just doing an infantry charge now to hopefully gain some experience. I did a morale boost there to increase the chances of the morale. The charge succeeding, which I probably will, especially since there's cavalry right there anyway. You can watch up close here the charge. go retreating. Looks like this line, Deutschland infantry unit, gained their morale back over here, so I'll just attack them with some heavy cavalry. That should be the last punch in the Austrian
The men are
army.
fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
There's Napoleon watching over the final remnants of the battle. And they are retreating, so that should be the Battle of Innsbruck in a bit. Yep, that is the Battle of Innsbruck. Let's see, I had 600 less men about, and only about 300 men in their army survived, and I believe all the reinforcements also died, so that's about 3,000 dead out of like 3,100 deployed. And I only lost just under 900 men. Well, let's see what unit was the best today. Looks like the cannon, the 4th cannon, where they killed 557 men. Almost, wow, so 557 men. Also, the dragoons killed 218 men. So those two units are the battle units of the day. So other than that, that is a victory for Napoleon at the Battle of Innsbruck, which now captures the city of Innsbruck in Western Austrian Empire. Now is under the control of the French. So other than that, this is Mr. X Irish. Thanks for watching. We'll have another video out soon.